As we already discussed that there are many gases, many sources, many you can say pollutants are there which are just contaminating the air, right. So out of that, you know that if you talk about the main consequence is the acid rain. You know that the rain that comes is very important, it consists of water, but whenever the certain gases like SO2, NO2 and carbon dioxide, they increase beyond a certain limit, they cause an acid rain. So we are just going to see here that how acid rain is caused and why it is harmful. See, if we talk about CO2, as we have discussed that CO2 is liberated due to an industrial waste and all, so it combines with the rainwater forming a carbonic acid. So that means, as we know that the pH of water is 7, that it is neutral, so it no longer remains neutral, it becomes slightly acidic. Though carbonic acid is a weak acid, it will alter the pH of water but not to that major extent. But if we talk about the nitrogen oxides, and if we talk about the sulfur oxides, they are just causing, they are main cause of the acid rain. We know that nitrogen oxides are actually liberated due to an automobile exhaust and all, we discussed in the air pollution. So what happened, how it forms, how it converts water into an acidic water, we are going to see here. See, the nitrogen oxide first combines with the ozone, because we know that there are the photo-oxidation reactions that are occurring in the nature due to these gases. So they just combine with this, forming NO2 and O2. They further react to form NO3 and O3. This NO3 further reacts with NO2, more amount of NO2, forming N2O5, dinitrogen pentoxide. This combines with rainwater, leading to formation of HNO3. So that means our rainwater do not no longer remains H2O, it becomes acidic, it becomes a HNO3. And likewise, sulfur dioxide is again, we know that like when we burn fuels containing the sulfur or the coals etc., it leads to the liberation of sulfur. So obviously sulfur oxides. So these sulfur oxides get further oxidized by NO2, leading to formation of SO3 and NO. This SO3 combines with water, leading to formation of sulfuric acid. So again, that means our rainwater, which was supposed to contain only water, will now contain HNO3 and H2SO4. So obviously we need our pure water, we need the water with pH 7, but now it is no longer the the neutral water, it has now become the acidic one. So obviously it is going to show an adverse effects, like it will just make the lakes unsuitable for marine life, because they can survive in a neutral water but not in an acidic condition. Second, they make soil unfit for growing crops, because they just you can say that alter the pH of the soil. It will make the soil more acidic, and we know that there are many plants, or you can say most of the plants, they don't grow in the acidic soil, so they will just affect the crop also. They cause the marble cancer also. This you are already familiar. Like we have our monuments like Taj Mahal and all, they are mostly made up of marble. So this acid rain combines with the marble, which is formed of CaCO3, leading to the CaSO4, H2O and CO2. So they are just corroding the marble. So they are causing the marble cancer. They are affecting the leaves of the tree, and they are just retarding the growth of the plants, or we can say they are retarding the growth of the forest. And we know that we all need forest, because forest is the industries are mainly the industries are working only on behalf of the forest only. So when there will be no forest, so obviously all industrialization, modernization will just fail, right? So likewise, they dissolve heavy metals. From where? From soil, rocks and all. So they just dissolve these heavy metals, and when these heavy metals, they are just disposed with into the well water, and they just again create their toxic effect. So this is what is an acid rain. As you can see that the main cause of this rain is the nitrogen oxides and the sulfur oxides, and also a slight affected by carbon dioxide also. So they are just affecting in many ways, as we have seen. And you know that the Taj Mahal is our precious heritage. We all need to conserve that, because it is an heritage of India. But there are so many tourists which come specially to India in order to see the Taj Mahal. But due to this acid rain, again it is getting corroded, and it is just getting deteriorated, or you can say marble cancer is there. So you know that they're under the act, the organizations which they are just putting an effort in order to conserve preserve the heritage of India. They have just this thing banned the this thing automobiles which are using the petrol or which are using the you can say fuel which is rich in sulfur. They have just banned that so that they can just preserve the this thing, the Taj Mahal, and they can just protect it from marble cancer. And moreover, they have just asked the industries also that that industry should be moved out from the city, and they should also make use of CNGs and all, but means such kind of fuels which do not liberate nitrogen oxides or sulfur oxides, so that they should not occur this thing, a marble cancer. And this is mainly in the few industries like in few cities actually, like Agra, Mathura, means the surrounding areas of the Agra, so that we can actually preserve the our heritage, that is the Taj Mahal. So we should also talk, because it is not only the matter of the Taj Mahal, it is matter of the all things, as I have told you, they are just affecting the in many ways. So we need to take certain preventive measures so that we can opt for the certain fuels which do not carry the sulfur, or we should make use of the hydrogen gas or the CNGs which do not have such kind of harmful effect. Means they are liberating gases, but they are not polluting that much, they are eco-friendly actually. So that means an acid rain is again a big cause, a big issue which has to be resolved out.